Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, we may not be in a position to predict the weather in the national capital, but we can certainly predict its chief minister's moves, especially when it comes to the enforcement directorate. Now, as expected, Mr. Kejriwal has once again snubbed the ED after he was summoned. Now, he was supposed to appear before the agency today, but he didn't. And for the very first time, he has spoken to the media about these summons. The Delhi chief minister is calling these summons illegal. He's saying they are politically motivated. He's also questioning the timing of these summons, which is just months before the Lok Sabha elections. He's saying, alleging that the BJP is trying to get him arrested ahead of the general elections. Listen in.
ऐसे नोटिस जनरल नॉन स्पेसिफिक नोटिसेस पहले जब भी भेजे गए ईडी के द्वारा उनको कोर्ट्स ने निरस्त कर दिया है, क्वैश कर दिया है, इनवैलिड और इलीगल डिक्लेयर किया है। 2 साल से जांच चल रही है। लोकसभा चुनाव के 2 महीने पहले अचानक मुझे नोटिस देके क्यों बुलाया जाता है? चारों तरफ बीजेपी वाले घूम घूम के कह रहे हैं केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार करेंगे। बीजेपी वालों को कैसे पता मेरे को गिरफ्तार करेंगे? क्योंकि बीजेपी ईडी चला रही है। तो मुझे अभी गिरफ्तार क्यों करेंगे लोकसभा चुनाव के पहले? क्योंकि वो नहीं चाहते कि लोकसभा चुनाव में मैं प्रचार करूं।
Actually, the ED this time had shown some flexibility, ladies and gentlemen. They said if you can't come on the 18th, come on the 19th. But of course, since Mr. Kejriwal will be in sunny Goa, there's no chance he's going to appear before the ED tomorrow either. The BJP, of course, responding to what Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has just said. The party is saying that the Delhi chief minister has all the time in the world to go to Goa, to go to Madhya Pradesh for campaigning, to go to Gujarat, but he doesn't have time to attend the ED's probe. Listen in.
ईडी ने चौथा समन भेजा अरविंद केजरीवाल को, शराब घोटाले के किंगपिन। ईडी को बता रहे हैं कि तुम अपना समन वापस लो। साथ में वो ईडी से सवाल पूछ रहे हैं। अराजकता का पर्याय कोई है तो वो अरविंद केजरीवाल है।
Now, let's not forget, this is the 4th ED summon in the liquor policy probe that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has skipped. He had earlier skipped summons on November 2nd, December 21st, and January 3rd. All of this is coming as his close aide, Sanjay Singh and Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain remain under the lens in the ongoing investigation of the now withdrawn liquor policy. 2 of them in jail because the ED has accused them of money laundering. Now, from the capital, let's shift our focus to Chandigarh, where again the AAP and the BJP are sparring. This is where there was high drama we saw today after the mayoral elections were postponed till further orders in view of the ill health of the nominated presiding officer. His name is Anil Massey. All 3 parties, BJP, AAP and Congress, are sparring over these elections. The AAP and the Congress councillors are claiming that they were denied entry inside the municipal corporation, leading to protests. Now, during these protests, some AAP and Congress workers were detained. The elections for Chandigarh's mayor are significant for both the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress because this will test their coming together as a coalition of the India bloc. So essentially, this is the first election that the India bloc is attempting to fight together. And this is coming months ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Under their arrangement, the Aam Aadmi Party was to fight for the mayor's seat and the Congress for the deputy mayor's post. Today, both are accusing the BJP of not allowing the elections to move forward. They are saying this is happening because the BJP knows they will be defeated. They've now gone to the Punjab and Haryana High Court to hold the election as soon as possible. The court is hearing the matter on Monday. Meanwhile, Chandigarh's Deputy Commissioner has said that the elections will now take place on February 6th.
देखिए, हम आज भी इलेक्शन प्रशासन से यही विनती करेंगे कि अगर एक प्रिसाइडिंग अफसर बीमार हुए हैं तो आप दूसरा प्रिसाइडिंग अफसर नियुक्त कर दो, जिस मर्जी को चाहे नियुक्त कर दो। लेकिन चुनाव आज स्केड्यूल्ड थे, निर्धारित तारीख थी, आज चुनाव होना था। अगर आज चुनाव नहीं होता है और भाजपा पहले सेक्रेटरी इलेक्शंस को बीमार करती है, फिर प्रिसाइडिंग अफसर को बीमार करती है, फिर इलेक्शन रद्द करती है। यह साफ दिखाता है कि एक कायर बीजेपी इंडिया गठबंधन के हाथों अपनी हार को देखते हुए डर गई, बौखला गई।
Are the elections are happening today?
Well, I don't think, because at the last moment, the presiding officer has been hospitalized. Were they sincere about it, they would not have done that. They could have immediately, they means the Bharatiya Janata Party administration, they could have immediately appointed another person to preside over. It takes, there are no, hard procedures to be followed.
So,
you had to just appoint a person.
So do you think BJP is going out of power? That could be possible reason after
Not the
your life.
possible, not the possible, the only reason. The only reason, because the message is not just getting defeated here. The message is much wider. It would have been amplified all over the country.
Let me go across to my guests who are joining me this evening. Amit Tiwari of the BJP with us on the broadcast. We have Ravi Srivastava, who's a political analyst, will be speaking on behalf of the Congress Party and the Aam Aadmi Party. As all of you know, the Aam Aadmi Party does not send representatives to Mirror now. Amit Tiwari, good evening. Good to have you on the show. Mr. Kejriwal today is insisting आप उनको जेल में डाल के ही रहेंगे. That all these summons, etc. are nothing. The ED has nothing against Arvind Kejriwal. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal is also saying, when I have not been named as an accused in the case, why are you even summoning me? So, bhai, why is the ED summoning him?
Is it the case that in every case in the FIR all accused persons are named? Whenever there is a conspiracy which is hashed, obviously some names will crop up during the investigation. Now, if Mr. Kejriwal's stand is to be taken and he says that there is nothing against me, ED does not have any kind of evidence against me, and at the same time he says that the courts have always quashed such kind of vague and non-specific summons, then Kejriwal today has two options. A, he can approach the court, get the summon quashed, but he's not choosing that option. Second, if he is so much apprehending that I may be arrested, then why is he not approaching the Honorable High Court for the anticipatory bail? There are provisions in the law. You have a battery of lawyers. Why aren't you doing that? So the point is very clear. He is only taking a political stand and he is not able to understand the ramifications that he is doing for non-cooperation in the investigation. Let me tell you one thing. How did Kejriwal come into picture? It was during the hearing of the case in the Supreme Court that the Supreme Court pointed out that the entire scam which you allege is for the benefit of Aam Aadmi Party and for the political journey of Mr. Kejriwal. Then what have you done about that investigation? It is thereafter the ED, after looking into the entire process, then started summoning him that you please join the investigation. If you have anything to say, please say that. But he is not doing that. Now, what did the Supreme Court say in Manish Sisodia's bail application? It said that you complete the investigation within a time frame so that the trial can proceed and then we can decide the bail application. Now, what is the ramification today? He is not cooperating for last 4 months from November onwards. He is not cooperating. The investigation will not get concluded. Is he wanting Manish Sisodia to remain in jail? Tomorrow, when he will appear before the court, the agency will say that he has not been cooperating. He did not cooperate in the investigation. We called him on a couple of occasions. Every time he avoided. And what is the stand taken today? That the BJP is trying to do it because just before the Lok Sabha elections. Ma'am, in our country, every year 3 to 5 states undergo election process for their legislative assemblies. Now, everywhere you fight elections, even the Congress does it, Aam Aadmi Party does it, BJP does it. So when will the investigation take place? Now, I will also try to point out 3 of main allegations of Mr. Kejriwal way back in 2011 and 2012. What did he say? He prepared a list of 25 most corrupt people, which he threw in the public domain and said that these are the most corrupt people, Lalu Prasad Yadav, Kapil Sibal, Sonia Gandhi and all that. Today, what is he doing? He is in alliance with those people. For what? For political greed. Second statement was, if you can't arrest Sonia Gandhi, he was alleging that Sonia Gandhi has done massive corruption. If you can't arrest her, please close your ED and CBI. So at that point of time, he wanted ED and CBI to take the legal recourse and take action against corruption because he wanted a corruption-free country. Now when ED and CBI are taking action against him, the parameters have changed and now he says that all these are being done for political vendetta.
I think you made your point.
Was that if there is an FIR, it was his statement, there is an FIR, you can't even be appointed a chaprasi in the government. Now today what has happened? When it came to him, the parameters changed. Today he's being summoned. His ministers are inside. His MP is inside. Then he says that all this is happening for political vendetta, and he goes to the public, especially his Karyakartas, launch a false and frivolous campaign, and then presents a picture, tries to set a political narrative that no, I will still remain, and even if I go inside the Tihar jail, I will hold my post and will run the government from Tihar jail.
I was about to say that.
Kejriwal today
That
has lost.
irrespective of what the BJP does, Kejriwal is saying he will still rule from inside. He'll still rule Delhi from inside jail because the people of Delhi have spoken.
That is his
Kejriwal
prerogative.
jail mein rahe, bahar rahe, he needs to be the CM. Chaliye, we'll leave it there. I think you've made your point. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, अरे politically greedy तो सब होते हैं ना. Everyone wants to win an election. इसमें कौन सी बात है? Anyhow, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Unfortunately for our Ravi Srivastava connection is not through. So the other side of the story hasn't been represented, but that's not our fault, ladies and gentlemen. We did try to get the gentleman from the opposite side to speak. Unfortunately, bad connection. We'll leave it